Hi, I can't believe we're actually here. We're doing it. It's taken us a few months. Our first podcast. Woohoo! We're really late in the game, but that's okay. Doesn't we're late adopters who knock it out of the park once we jump in, right? I know it's always a hot minute. So it is so exciting to be talking to you on a podcast, not just at a dinner party or over an espresso martini or hanging out with our daughters. So today, in our very first podcast on the Next Chapter Collective, welcome. We are going to have Lila Aiken, who is Ali, who I have known you for so long, and I always forget that last part of your name. I'm sorry. Uh, we are excited to talk about something that a lot of people don't talk about because there's a lot of shame around it. Divorce, not the most glamorous subject, but a subject that a lot of us have gone through or know someone or our parents that have gone through it or our friends. And we really want to take the stigma out of divorce and any shame around it. And I can't think of anyone else in the world that I rather talk to about this subject. I get all my best insights from Lila. She's also going to be a co-host on this podcast. But selfishly, I wanted to interview her because I just can't get enough of her advice. So you're getting this for free. You're so lucky. So with that, we are going to be asking two questions to all of our guests. So here it goes. The first one, first guest, dun, 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 Lila. When you hear the phrase next chapter, what does it mean to you right now? And what would you, no, I love that. And what would you call this chapter right now? I love that word. I love it. And also, I mean, I know you've gone through so much change, like so many of us. You wear divorce and renewal so elegantly. I just want everyone to talk to you about it because I've had friends that have just been broken, and obviously it takes time. It's a heartbreak. There's nothing worse. There's loss, there's shame, but there's a way to get through it and to move through it and to move through it with compassion on yourself. And I want to jump into that in this business you created, Split FYI, and tell us a little bit about that and why it's something that people, I don't mean to be too advertorial, but I do think that it's a service that a lot of people and our listeners could use in terms of if they're considering divorce. How did you get that compass back though to it? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Good for you. So you found God later in life. Hey, we all need our own gods. I'm a firm believer of that. Something bigger than all of us. So back up for one moment. So you went to church, something you never thought you'd do. Is there anything else that you did that was surprising that really, really helped you during that period of divorce and reinvention and renewal? Yeah. Yeah. Mediate yourself and others. For sure. And I know that you can get all this info on ChatGPT or Claude or whatever you're prompting these days, but I do think it's important to really understand, based on your professional experience and personal experience, like the key pillars for someone going through divorce. What should they focus on? Obviously, a lawyer, a mediator, a therapist, but is there anything else that you think's really, I mean, your mental health, your, I mean, that's therapy, but also physical, just in general, what would you tell people to really focus on beyond the usual suspects? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting advice. That makes sense too. The yin and the yang, the yin and the yang, for sure. Yeah. And then changing gears a little bit, what about uh, someone that's just scared to get a divorce? They're scared of what is life going to look like without this man I've been with for 15, 20, 25 years. What advice do you have for someone who's just scared and fragile and insecure to to actually take care of themselves and move through this and make and they're ready, they want to get a divorce but they're too scared. Yeah. And put a plan together, I guess. Like, I guess that, I mean, that actually leads me to my next question. So you're scared, but then what's a good piece of advice or two for anyone about to step into this next chapter? Like, what does post divorce look like? You have fear, you've jumped in, you're like, I'm miserable. I know in my heart of hearts, I can't be with this person anymore for a myriad of reasons. Uh, what's this next chapter? How do you help people really heal and get over that shame or whatever's going on? Like, this is my next chapter. I'm ready to roar. How do you get people to that point? Yeah. Yeah, don't do it. Yeah. And you workshop some of that in your coaching with some of these women. Okay, that's great. So, where can people find you at Split FYI? How, like, let's close with that. How can they find you? What can they expect as the onboarding of all of it? Very fancy. Yes. Yeah. You've been through it and you've thrived. And so I think not only are you have the background professionally but also personally. So that's like the big thing here. And I feel like your compassion and kind of calm sense of all of it, it could, that quiet peace while someone's going through something so tumultuous, I think would really be just such a beneficial service. Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine that like the loneliness is palpable going through divorce. I have not been through divorce, but I have seen that with friends. And so to have a built-in community is pretty powerful and makes it just like a little bit light, a little bit lighter in your step as you go through this literal next chapter. Um, I will make sure that all the info is in the comment section. Uh, Thank you for having the time to speak with me and about the subject. I've actually never talked about it with you, so thank you. After all this time, super interesting. All right, love you.